Today, we will leave the city of Ponta Delgada to explore San Miguel's wild western half with its volcanic crater lakes. And to get the ultimate experience, I've hired a private driver with a 4x4 to take us up and around the Calderas. And here he is now with a preview of today's expedition.
So today we are exploring Ciudad volcano and Fuego volcano. Fuego volcano, this one is always the most difficult in terms of fog, cloudy. Any time of the year, it's this one the most difficult. It's a beautiful volcano, but always very tricky. So at this moment, it's still very cloudy on the top. So we are going to explore first in the morning Ciudad on the west part. We are going to leave from the city, heading a little bit to the north of the city, towards the volcano. And once we approach here from the volcano, I'm going to lead you to this white line that you see. This is a dirt road on the rim of the caldera of the volcano, on the top. I'm going to drive you all the way around.
Oh, cool.
Will give us great views of the caldera and of the outside of the caldera. And we are going to do all the north rim and then get in the caldera, explore a bit on the inside of the caldera. Around here we have the village of Ciudad, where I'm going to discuss with you options for lunch. And then after, when we leave from the volcano, we are going to leave through this road, making the final stop in the volcano at one of the most famous views, the King's View. It's right here.
And then Miradoro, right?
Sorry?
The Miradoro.
Miradoro, exactly. The lookout viewpoint. So after, we will head down through this road, cut in the middle, heading to the north of Fuego volcano. So we are going to head all the way through the middle of the island, heading here to the north, where we are going to visit a waterfall on the way up to the mountain of Fuego. Waterfall right here called Salto do Cabrito, baby goat's jump. And then we will head all the way to the top of the mountain. Let's see how the weather will be when we get there in the afternoon. And then heading to the south coast and bringing you back here somewhere around 5 p.m.
Let's go.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's go.
So, ready?
Oh, very good.
As we leave the city, the sky is overcast, but we've got our fingers crossed that it will clear as the day progresses. As we roll along the rolling hills, we are struck at how lush and green the landscape is, and also by the number of cows. There are cows everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Azorean cows roam free in pastures throughout the islands. The Azores produce 50% of Portuguese cheese and 30% of Portuguese milk, despite being only 3% of its landmass. They joke that there are more cows than people in the Azores, but I think it's true. And the cheese is really good. We sure ate our fair share of it. But let's get back to our exploration. Our driver pulls over and leads us down a dirt path to this beautiful site, an abandoned aqueduct. It looks like it could be Roman, but it's really from the late 17th century. It used to carry water from the crater lakes to Ponta Delgada. Now it just looks cool. And yes, you can walk right through it.
It's so nice. It's so nice. Look at the dew on the leaves. Wow, it's like a magical forest.
Ah, Judy in the magical forest. Sounds like a children's fairy tale, but it's real. Gotta hand it to those ancient Romans. 2,000 years later, people still build aqueducts the same way. And now we approach the Sete Cidades caldera. Once a mighty volcano, 35,000 years ago it blew its top, and with the molten magma pocket expelled, the bottom collapsed, leaving a large crater called a caldera. The Sete Cidades caldera is a little over 5 kilometers or 3 miles in diameter. And now, let's begin our ascent of the rim. Look how green everything is. As we hit the summit, there's a dramatic view of the island's north coast on the right, and on the left, we step out for our first view of the caldera. Our guide points out the village of Sete Cidades, nestled down below in the base of the caldera. Those wispy white streaks you see are remnants of fog burning off, not volcanic steam. But still, Sete Cidades is considered an active volcano. Talk about living on the edge. Don't know why you would want to live inside a volcano. The last eruption inside the caldera was over 600 years ago, so I guess you just keep your fingers crossed, say your prayers every night, and go about your business. Also down below, more cows. Why not? That volcanic-enriched soil probably grows some tasty grass. From high above, there's an unpaved road that runs around the top of the caldera. As we circumnavigate the caldera rim in our sturdy 4x4, let's take in the views. Here we are with Jose, our guide, and Judy, and we are on the crater rim in Sete Cidades. I'm going to pan around and show you this incredible, magnificent view. And here, another panoramic view of Sete Cidades. In the center, you can see the bridge that separates the two crater lakes, one green and one blue. Coming around, there's farmland and pastures, and up above, the rim of the caldera that we just drove along. As you can see, it's clearing up nicely, so of course we had to get into the picture. And we'll talk more about the two-tone lakes shortly, but first let's talk about hydrangeas, which grow wild all over the Azores. They're not a native species. Introduced from Japan as an ornamental shrub, they love the volcanic soil, the climate, and the cows don't eat them. So, in an ironic paradox, this invasive species from Asia has become the flowery symbol of the Azores. Fun fact: the color of the hydrangea flower is determined by the acid level of the soil, with acidic blue and purple, neutral white, and basic pink. And if the soil pH changes, you can get different color flowers on the same plant. Amazing science! I did not know this, but flower enthusiast Judy did, who took most of these photos. It's a great view from atop the caldera, but we could look at it from a completely different point of view, inside the caldera. Our guide gave us some free time to do a little nature walk around the peninsula that juts out into the lake. Not many hydrangeas down here, but lots of lilies to the delight of flower girl Judy. And here we are, right at the tip of the peninsula. From here, a nice view of the bridge between the two crater lakes. But we'll get an even better view if we go back up. We are here at the Vista Torre, the King's Lookout. Looking out over the Sete Cidades, you can see the two lakes and the little village, and it is just magnificent.
And there was really a king who came here, and that was Dom Carlos of Portugal in 1908.
Why do the lakes have two different colors? Although connected, they behave differently. The Lagoa Azul, the blue lake, is deeper and reflects the blue sky, while the Lagoa Verde, the green lake, is more shallow and reflects the surrounding vegetation. It also gets runoff from the surrounding farmlands, promoting algae growth, enhancing the greenish hue. More amazing science. And an amazing place on planet Earth. We are so glad we came to visit. After a quick lunch of chicken sandwich, codfish fritters, and Portuguese pastries, we head toward our next stop.
A Cascata do Salto do Cabrito.
Literal translation: the waterfall of the jump of the baby goat, or as we would put it, the baby goat's jump waterfall. A beautiful sight, so named because you could just imagine the little baby goats jumping from rock to rock to make their way across the water. We were careful with our own footing. We didn't want to take the chance they'd have to call the goat squad to rescue us. Fortunately, that did not occur. Our final stop on today's adventure, another volcanic caldera, located right in the middle of San Miguel Island, the Lagoa do Fogo, the Lake of Fire. This is the one our guide described as very tricky, as it is often enshrouded in clouds and fog. And as you can see from our drive-by, today is no exception. Nonetheless, we're going to go up there. Well, maybe it's clearing up a little bit. Maybe not. Up on the rim of this caldera, it's quite a different picture than the previous. Looking down, at first we couldn't see much of anything. But I kept snapping photos, hoping for the best. And then, for just a moment, the fog cleared, and I got my shot. Just before it faded away again into the mist. It's been a busy day. I think we've seen everything we need to see. Cows, calderas, and more cows. Let's head back to the hotel. Back in Ponta Delgada, night is falling, which means it's time for dinner at the Mercado do Peixe, the fish market. We're on an island in the middle of the ocean. What else would we eat? For starters,
Lapis.
limpets. They look sort of like a half clam and taste sort of like a mussel, but they're more properly considered a sea snail since they have a single shell and a pseudopod. A regional specialty of the Azores and Madeira, they cling to rocks along the rugged coastline. Judy introduced me to them when we visited Madeira in 2004, but there's a secret to eating them, as I recounted back in 2010. First time I ate limpets in Madeira, I tried to attack them with a knife and fork and eat them gently off the shell. The waitress came up to me and said, "Oh, no, this is how you do it." So now I know. And that's how you eat a limpet. Whatever. Grilled with butter and garlic and served sizzling hot in a cast iron skillet, they are very tasty. Entrees. For Judy,
Polvo.
octopus. So hard to find in America, but in Portugal,
I've been eating it since I was a little kid.
an acquired taste for most Americans. Look at those tender tentacles. I've tried it, I like it, but my personal favorite,
Espetada de camarões e lulas.
a skewer of grilled shrimp and squid. So fresh and so good. And now, after a full day of touring and a satisfying meal, we're ready to call it a day. But the adventure's not over yet. We've only seen the western side of the island, and there's a whole other half. Tomorrow, we'll head out to the village of Furnas, where we'll stay inside a caldera, complete with beautiful gardens, hot springs, volcanic fumaroles, and even some stargazing. Coming soon, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Thanks.